So, Ricardo, you had an idea that was sort of born from your childhood memories. What was that idea?
The idea generated when my mother used to cut our hairs as little boys, and we didn't have any showers at the time, and what we did is my mother would like take a big bathtub, and she would either heat the water and pour it in the tub, and we would take a bath, or in the summertime she'd just get the tub, put it out in the sun. The sun would warm up the water, and when she cut her hair, there was like sometimes we didn't take a shower right after we cut our hair. So we wound up with a lot of hair just clinging, staying in our heads and falling off wherever it fell off or whatever. And I started growing hair in my ears at a real young age. And I'm thinking that the hairs at my mother's clippings, she was cutting them and they were falling in my ears, that they actually got buried in my skin and that I started growing hair. So this is where this idea originated. Now, it took a long time for this idea to actually take birth. I'm 74 years old right now, and just a couple of months ago, I started thinking about this idea of growing hair because my hair is thinning, and I have a lot of friends that are bald. They're bald-headed. I mean, they don't have no hair at all. And I came up with this idea of growing hair, and a friend of mine actually gave me another idea. I gave him a ride home, and I was telling him this idea about growing hair, and he told me that his grandmother actually told him to put some mayonnaise on the bald spots that he was losing hair, and that the hair would regrow. And I had never heard that in my entire life. I've never heard anything like that. So I was curious, so I started asking women. I goes, you know what? This is what my friend told me, and the feedback that I got from women is that they do use mayonnaise to clean their hair and to condition their hair. That it helps dry hair and it helps split ends. And I went, well, you know what? Maybe I'll incorporate this idea into my idea and see if I can give my idea a stronger hold of hair growing. So my idea is that I am going to get some mayonnaise, and I am going to, first of all, I'm going to wash my hair as good as I can, just as good as I can. I'm going to wash my hair, then I'm going to put some mayonnaise on my hair, and I'm going to go to the barber, and after I let my hair grow, and I'm going to tell the barber that I want to save all my hair. I want to save all my hair. I don't want to see it on the floor. I want to keep it. I'm going to take it home, and I'm going to clip it real small as I can. And I'm going to get myself set up. I got a shower cap, and I got the mayonnaise, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hair real good. I'm going to put the mayonnaise on my head, and I'm going to take all these hair clippings, and I'm going to spread them around on top of my head where my hair is thinning. And, let me back up a little bit before I do that. I am going to put some tape where I don't want the hair to grow. I don't want hair growing where I don't want it to grow. I don't want to come out of this with a lot of facial hair on my forehead. So I'm going to try and control it. I'm going to tape it, and then I'm going to put my shower cap on, and my shower cap has a plastic outer lining, and it has a kind of like a cloth inner lining. But I've got this idea that the shower cap will hold everything in place pretty much, but there's another idea behind the shower cap, and this has to do with warmth. I want my head to be warm, and being that the hair is plastic, it is going to keep my head warm. It's going to open up my pores in my head, and I'm hoping that because my pores will open up with the heat, the hairs that I put on top of my head, these little bits of hair that I put on top of my head, they will find their way into the scalp and kind of start digging themselves in or buried in. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it my best shot for 2 weeks. Now, in these 2 weeks, I'm not going to wash my hair at all. So I'm gonna go to work like this with a shower cap. I'm gonna everywhere. I'm even every Friday I go to a movie. So I'm gonna go to a movie. I'm gonna do everything that I do. I'm gonna keep wearing my shower cap. I'm gonna give this my best shot, and hopefully, just hopefully, it's a real simple idea, and I'm thinking that it has merit. Otherwise, I wouldn't do this. But I'm thinking that it has merit, and if it works, I'm going to try to help a lot of men that are bald, and see if they want to run around with a shower cap for 2 weeks and give themselves a chance to grow hair. I have done a little bit of research where I've even gone and got an estimate on getting some hair replant, and the way they do it is they take one hair at a time and they kind of like put an incision in the scalp, and then they bury the hair, and then it starts to grow. But it costs a lot of money. Now I have a friend that just went to Oregon, and he had this done, and it cost him thousands of dollars. And you know what? They didn't put enough hair in his head. The places that were bald, you could tell that the hair was real thin. So I'm thinking that if this works, and I'm going to give it my best shot to work, that I'll have a good crop of hair. So I know what to do. I just don't know how to work it all out. But I'm a big fan of Indiana Jones, and Indiana Jones says, you know what, I'll figure it as I go. So I'm thinking that later on, if I do this and it takes, I'll figure out ways to take care of the hair so I don't knock it out myself, because it's going to be freshly growing. It's kind of like taking a tender plant and pulling it out of the ground. So I need to figure out ways and means to keep it growing till it grabs hold. Okay. That's basically it, Doug.
Okay, so I think what I just heard Ricardo say is that he's going to wear this thing for 2 weeks. He's going to go to the grocery store with this shower cap on and the mayonnaise in his hair, and he's going to do his normal work day every day, working on cars with the shower cap on. He's even going to go to the movies with the shower cap on. We're going to follow him around. We're gonna meet up with him at his barber and shoot a little bit more video of this, just in case it doesn't work, and maybe it will work. Who knows? Anyway, I'm Doug Higgins. Ricardo, thanks for taking the time.
You're welcome, Doug. Thank you for being here.